Most applicants build their school lists by starting with rankings, adding brand names they recognize, and then trying to get themselves to fit the schools. That's not how you get in. The way you do it is you build your school list as you are developing your narrative, because these two will inform each other and you'll end up applying to schools that are a better fit for you. Today, I'm walking you through the exact framework I use with every student to build a school list that works. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Caitlin, an Oxford MBA and admissions consultant. I've helped hundreds of students win interviews and offers to attend all of the top business schools in the world. Here's why most school lists fail. Applicants will pick schools based on rankings, on what they've heard, and on where their friends are applying, but not on what they actually need from the program. The result is a school list that looks impressive but doesn't actually align with where the applicant is trying to go. And admissions committees can tell. They are reading thousands of applications and they can spot generic interest from a mile away. The applicants who are successful are the ones who can articulate specifically and credibly why this program is for them. That kind of clarity doesn't come from picking schools off a ranking. It comes from the work that I'm about to walk you through. When I'm working with my students one-on-one, we take a parallel approach. We start by working on their school list and their narrative at the same time because the two will inform each other. I want to make an important distinction here. Researching schools is not the same as committing to schools. You can and should be doing research on schools from day one. What you should not do is finalize your school list before your narrative is clear, because your list emerges from the intersection of you understanding who you're becoming and understanding what is out there for you in terms of master's programs. So there are many factors to consider when you're looking at adding a school to your list. We don't have time today to go through all of them, but I'm going to give you the 4 lenses that I think through for every school list. These lenses are tools that you should be using throughout your research process. The first lens is career fit. Does this program actually get students to the outcome that you want? This is more specific than it sounds. Don't just look at the overall employment report. Go on LinkedIn and look where graduates go in your target industry, target function, and your target geography. For example, a strong placement record for people in investment banking in Europe tells you very little about whether it's possible that you get a job in tech consulting in the United States. By going to LinkedIn and doing more than just searching, reaching out to people, alumni at the programs that you're interested in is going to tell you a lot. Those conversations open up insight that you never will be able to get from just looking at the website or the employment report. If a school's outcomes don't match where you're trying to go, move on. Rankings don't matter. The second lens is academic fit. Does the curriculum, the learning model, the faculty actually match how you learn and how you want to study? Top business programs are not interchangeable academically. Some are case method heavy, where you will learn through live discussions and debate. Some are more lecture-based and quantitative. Some are deeply experiential with consulting projects and field studies built into the curriculum. Some have strong concentrations in finance, others in entrepreneurship, and others in social impact. These differences really matter because you're going to be investing a year or 2 of your life. And so make sure that you are matching yourself to the academic model that works for you as a learner. The third lens is cultural fit. This one is extremely important for international applicants. Class size, peer profile, location, values, and overall vibe of a community. These factors matter a lot more than others for what you're actually going to experience for those 1 to 2 years that you're getting your MBA. A 900 student class in a major city is a fundamentally different experience than a 200 to 300 student class in a small town. Neither one is better, they're just different. Read student blogs, watch student-produced videos, talk to current students, and go visit the campus if you can, because the promotional materials for all of these universities are going to sound very similar. So the way you're going to get a sense of the culture of a school is you're going to talk to people who've actually been there or are there, or you're going to actually go there yourself. So if you do your research and you can't see yourself thriving in that community, then the brand name is not worth it. Find another good school that is going to give you what you want in terms of cultural fit. Because if you are miserable for the entire time that you're there, you will not be taking advantage of all the opportunities that are going to come your way. And that is exactly how you will not get your return on investment. The fourth lens is personal fit. Can you actually attend? This is the lens that most applicants will skip entirely and most often regret. Cost of attendance, financial aid availability, visa considerations for international applicants, location relative to your family or partner, program duration, and language of instruction. The schools you can't realistically attend shouldn't be on your list, no matter how prestigious they are. This is also where you have to be honest with yourself about the trade-offs. A 2-year program in the United States is a different life decision than a 1-year European program. So you want to make that decision deliberately. The school list is one of the most important parts of this application process, and one that is most often underestimated. Get it right, and the rest of your application process becomes much easier. Get it wrong, and no amount of essay polishing is going to get you in. Now, if you want more support, I can offer you my free program fit checklist. That's just going to give you a basic rundown of those requirements that you need to check against the programs you're interested in before you add them to your school list. Also, I'm building a tool that's going to help you manage your tasks, timeline, and deadlines across your school list. I'm going to be opening early access in the coming months, so you want to subscribe so that you don't miss it. Thank you for spending time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.